the summer manifests as an immortal fae. You know her, him, it, as the resplendent warrior, or the ardent conqueror. You mortals named him King Issa. In the youth of your people's memory, you bore witness to Issa's exploits. He is your legend of might and eminence. Come, listen to a tale of Issa and On, the god storm, the withering war. The forest you call Dalentarth was ruled by Issa. The god-king fostered communion, a sharing. The mortals heeded his wisdom. The fae followed his spirit. He linked the natural with the divine and became a nature unto himself. He knew the lives of elf, human, gnome, and all people. He showed the fae these words and ways. He united the oath clans. As the meadow grows into woodland, so did Issa grow the court of summer. There was another named On. This name was to be feared. The name is death, decay, and violence. A cold and fading moment. A mind not of misery in the few leaves of winter. A suit of armor beneath which lay a void. Where Issa's vision was of cultured landscapes, his was of the choking weeds. On's reach devoured the land. The winter approached. The great cycle brought powerful magic to Amalur. The arcane veil begat King Issa's reign, and all things in balance, also its destruction. The seasons passed, the summer wilted into autumn, and Lord On culled his strength. King Issa's sway receded, as does the shade at noon. The Feylands rested from their sprouting, and a haze of indolence silenced the woods. When the winter moon waned, it began. A terrible thunder rolled across the darkened plains of Erethel. It is from this tale that you mortals create myths. There were many battles, many losses, many victories. The tempest spared no one. Your ancestors hid as the ground trembled under the gathered armies of Lord On. They whispered tales of the radiant Issa, striking the winter fae like lightning, tearing the looming clouds. It was everything you know of war. The summer fae suffered the winter's onslaught. They collided amidst lightning and fire, and a god-storm gathered up the land in its embrace, crushing it. Do you remember the steady rain? The hail of bodies, both wintry and warm? It was a sword carving the plains with death. It was then that Issa brought forth the talisman of fate and entered the marsh. This craven arena, a place of life and death. The winds carried the songs of the dying. The mire sucked the bones of armies below the sea loam, and the mist shielded the eyes of your ancestors from the horror as the two armies clashed. Issa met On. They embraced each other, and in stillness enveloped the darkened land. Where one sang, the other danced, and they sang thus. We are Issa. And On danced. We are On. And Issa danced. I am the summer's dawn. And On bowed. I am the morning winter. And Issa bowed. This thing is something. And On wept. Naught of naught. And Issa